What is going on, guys? Hope you're doing all well out there. Today is a special video. It's the birthday of my channel and I wanted to do a special video for that where I show you my gear, my gear setup, how I routed everything, and I wanted also to show you some of my workflow, how I get stuff done, and also I wanted to let you guys know about the future ideas which I have with the channel and also me as a producer. And of course I asked also you guys if you have any questions for me, and we will get into them at the end of the video. You can find timestamps in the description down below if you want to skip something. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Alrighty, first up, the most important thing in my studio are the guitars, otherwise none of this would happen here. First up is the guitar Schecter Reaper 7. It's a multi-scale 7-string guitar. It has everything stock. I didn't change anything because I love this guitar. Every time I take it on my lap, it just inspires me to write some new stuff. Second, my 7-string guitar is a CORT KX257, heavily modified. It doesn't have anything stock except of the body and the fretboard or the neck. So modified bridge, which is a hip shot, Samuel Duncan pickups, Nazgul and Sentient, all the mechanics, all the knobs are push-pull in 500K. I refinished the neck, which is now a oil finish. I stained the fretboard, which is now black. It's a used black because I didn't manage to do a all black finish. And it has new locking tuners. Next up, and also the last guitar that I have, is ESP LTD. It's one of my oldest guitars. It's a 6-string. I use it all the time live for my band Florida or Bust, which is right now tuned to drop C. That's the standard tuning which we're using, and I simply love this guitar. It has been with me for over 10 years now. I will never sell this. I will pass it to my kids and to my grandchildren. Everything's stock. I just renewed the bridge and the locking tuners. Oh, sorry. So next up, we're gonna take a look at my amp and how I wired all this. I'm running the signal out of my guitar into 2 pedals, which of them one is a noise gate from MOOER, the noise killer, and overdrive pedal, which is Klirrton Lichtbringer. Amazing pedal, amazing dude. After the pedals, the signal will go straight into the amp, which is a PRS MT15. After that, the signal goes out into the 2 notes torpedo, captor 8, yes, 8, and out of there I will not use any IRs. I will go straight into my interface, which is right now a SSL 2+, and in my DAW I will use the plugin from Get Good Drums, Zilla caps, to create my own IR, which fits into the mix. Alright, so moving on to the workflow. I have right now to record my guitars 2 options. Either I will go direct to my amp and then into my DAW, and then I can't further tweak it besides of the IRs which I use, or I used my DI box, which is right behind the interface, which then straight goes into my interface. This will allow me to route afterwards the DIs, which I recorded, back into my reamp box, and then the reamp box will go into the pedals and then the amp. So the reamp box is behaving like a guitar player. It will turn the low impedance signal to a high impedance signal. So I won't get into that too much. There are a lot of videos about that topic on YouTube. Besides of the guitar recording techniques, I will always start with a drum mix. I will program the drums, then I will bounce them in different tracks, and then I will process them separately from each other. So basically all the snare components goes into a snare bus, all the tom components into a tom bus, cymbals in one bus, and then afterwards I glue them together. The same with the bass. I always use the plugin called Gin Bass. I will program the bass, and then I will bounce it twice, one for the low end and the other one is for the grind. So moving on to the point of the future of my project, of this channel, and or me as a producer. I really enjoyed the last year of producing and mixing for my band and for me, that I want to keep doing it, and I also really want to give this service also to other musicians, because I really want to keep thriving and developing my game while also mixing other musicians. So if you guys are in need of a mix or you want to record your stuff, you can hit me up and we can talk details. Also, a change for this channel will be that I will upload only once in 2 weeks a cover or a song, because it takes me now much more time to get a video done, get a great quality mix done, and for an upload. But I will be doing for sure other videos about some pedals, some guitars, which are more kind of like quality control. It's a kind of like a review, unbiased of course. Let's get to the questions, shall we? Question number 1: what got you into metal and or creating content? That's a funny question. Into metal I got in the school, in a band, school band. One of my guitar teacher, I started to play bass, and my guitar teacher, he played in a death metal band, and yeah, that was the first contact with very heavy music. I didn't like it back there. I used to listen to a lot punk, Blink-182, Sum 41, but then it got heavier and heavier, as we all know. Alright, creating content. Basically, I started to mix and master, produce everything at home, and I was like, holy shit, I want to get this stuff out. So I started to release it on YouTube and on Instagram. Yeah, that's basically it. Question number 3 is, do I have any role models? So basically, I wouldn't necessarily say they are my role models, but I kind of look up to them, so I think it's part of the definition of a role model. So yeah, John Brown definitely is one of those guys who I really look up to. He's a phenomenal player, great technique. Also the same, Ollie Steele, great guitar player. As a band, I would also say Stick to Your Guns are kind of like my role model. I really look up to them as a band. Question number 4: THICC CORT. Yeah, thanks Ben. I love it too. It's a riff machine, man, I can tell you that. Question number 5 is the video light setup. So basically for all of my videos I'm using this light right here, and I'm also using a key light, a newer key light. I will put it in as a B roll into this video. I really like it. You can change the Kelvin, and you can change the how strong the light is. Really good. Question number 6 is about my practice routine. What I try to do is downpick the notes to the metronome. Always the metronome. Never I don't do it just like this. Always put a metronome on and then practice. And then I will start to accent notes on the first, on the second, on the third, on the fourth, and so on. And if I have all the 8 notes done, I will do some slides. I will do some tapping, only the basics, just to get my hands ready for playing. So question number 7, what about mastering, limiting, and clipping? So first of all, really good question. I do master my tracks, but I will not. I haven't been using any clipping or limiting software, but I got just a few weeks ago the Flatline clipper, and I really got into that topic just not long ago. As I will be using it more often, I will then put a video on about the differences and about maybe pros and cons from both of them, but that will be for another video. Alright, question number 8 is programming drums 101. Basically, when I program drums, I will go into my into the Reaper's MIDI editor, and then I will always find out which key is the kick, which is the snare, which is the are the different crashes and the cymbals, and then I will just program the hits. After I have done that, I will turn on all the velocities. So for me, the kicks are always around 100 to 105. The sweet spot for the snares are always like around 110. Except of if I want to have the snare like snap the hell out of the song, so I will put it all the way to 120, maybe sometimes also 127. And the crashes or the cymbals are always like around 110 or 115. And after that, I will edit the snare rolls. I will edit the toms, and for that you always want to make sure don't put MIDI notes too much to the front, so you will lose the attack of the hit. I hope it makes sense, because if you do every hit on the grid, it will sound very generic and very like a robot. So you kind of want these slight nuances where the kicks are a little bit louder and a little bit quieter, and also a little bit too early or also a little bit too late. Good luck with that, man. Alright, I hope I answered all the questions. At least they were to the best of my abilities. If I missed something, please write me. As the video comes out, I won't be in Germany. I will be on vacation with my wonderful girlfriend in wonderful Norway. We will be doing a road trip there, but I will get back to you as soon as I can. I hope you liked this video, and I hope it was kind of helpful to you. If so, please feel free to hit the like and the subscribe button. It will help me a lot. Alright guys, take care, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.